We're live, all the way live. It is Wednesday. You know what that means. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm loving life. I hope that you can say the same tonight. We got a lot going on. But before we get to that, let's take a minute right now. If you haven't done it already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've done that already, go ahead and take a minute. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all these special little things that people tell us we should follow. Follow all of that. And then if you're on YouTube, click that little bell, give it a thumbs up, let everybody know that you're part of the imagination. At some point here, if you are feeling so inclined, why don't you take a minute and give this video a share somewhere, wherever you share your social media. It does help us a lot. I see a lot of people tuning in already, so we appreciate you guys tuning in between the two platforms. Interesting news. I didn't tell you this earlier, Jimmy. We have people coming in here to install real internet next week, come next Tuesday. So if everything works right next Tuesday, we're likely going to be broadcasting in beautiful 4K.
Awesome. Moving on up.
God, we are too ugly for 4K. I don't know. We may have to get some sort of special makeup in here. We are born and bred Central PA looking folks. So
are you going to still say that you're looking good and feeling good even in 4K? I'm going to have to rethink this.
Yeah, I'll have to. Don't make me think about it too hard. Anyway, tonight we got a lot going on. This is chapter number 151. Tonight we have interviews with the champion, Gorgeous Gregory, the Rad Boys, Lucio DeVere, Eric Enders, Ross and Son, David Lawless, Jimmy the Hippie, The Watch, Coach Lance Payne, and the Rail City Rumble winner, Chris Sands, is here. Plus, tonight in action, we're going to have some answers about the Imagine Live title. A lot of confusion the last few weeks over that, and we are going to have a discussion about that. And then later on, it's going to be Malachi Gage going one-on-one with James Ross. That winner of that match will get an Imagine Live title match next week. So, at this time, dare I forget my favorite part of the show? Later on tonight, we're going to name that new fan of the week, man. I love that segment.
Oh, yeah?
It's one of my favorite things that we do here, and we're going to continue to do that until people stop sending in submissions. We still have about 5 or 6 in the barrel here, so keep sending them along. We do look forward to that. So before we go any further, though, we want to talk about our next show. We got a few weeks out. We just snapped a few good pictures. We're going to piece them together so everybody looks like they're in the same picture, and we're gonna have a pretty cool flyer come for August 12th here, and we are going to get, as soon as we get that flyer done, tickets will be on sale. And I can tell you, as a result of ticket sales from the live event last Saturday, right now, today, we have exactly 7 VIP left. Of the 91, there was only 7 left. So it feels like it's going to be quite the night again in Altoona, as it's been every month all year long.
Oh, yeah, they've been electric ever since this year started. It's only been uphill for the imagination. Even through these hot months, they've stayed strong. The numbers are good. Let's keep this train rolling, huh?
You guys have been awesome this year, and it really helps motivate all of us to be better and better and better and work harder and harder. So we appreciate you. And I'll tell you who works hard for us as a brand every month, and that's Renewal by Anderson, and that's our friend Jordan Treese. As per usual, it seems like they're going to sponsor every show in 2023 here in Altoona. We have Renewal by Anderson. So if you are looking for high-quality window and or patio door home investments options within your budget, contact Jordan Treese of Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870. I think we got a little, the blue background this time with the white numbers. I think it shows up a little better.
Absolutely.
So you can call Jordan at that number there. You can visit their showroom over at 487 Municipal Drive in Duncansville. Ask for Jordan by name. And I say it every week, and I mean it with all my heart. Our DC Bentley, Jordan Treese, is a good man, and he will help you. And he's told me that tons of you folks this year have reached out to him, and the sales have been great as a result of Imagine Wrestling. So we appreciate them supporting us. We appreciate you supporting them, and it's a little bit of, we're all working together here to make Imagine great, and we appreciate all of you.
Well, when you invest in your home, you invest in your family, you invest in yourself. It'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
You got it, man.
It's warm in here right now.
Whoo, it's warm in here. It's so warm. So, boy, I got to shut the internet off here. It's connected to something that I don't want to connect to. There we go.
Okay.
All right, hey, I'll tell you what, though. It's time, man. We want to hear from a man who's injured right now. He is David Lawless.
Okay. Good evening, Imagination. I am Dave Brown. On a somber note, though, I'm here with the injured David Lawless. David, do you have any update for us on the knee injury?
Waiting for diagnosis after some medical testing, but looks like it's going to be at least a couple months. And unfortunately for Imagination, I didn't get a chance at Volume 40 to beat Gorgeous Gregory for the Imagine Heavyweight Championship. But trust me, like any lawyer, we never give up. I might be down, but I'm going to work hard. I'm going to get rehab. And when I come back to Imagine Wrestling and the Imagination, you're going to see a new Imagine Heavyweight Champion. Because the gavel, David Lawless, injured or not, is the lawyer by the people, for the people, and with the people. Thank you, Imagination.
Back to you guys.
There you are, David Lawless, giving us a little bit of injury update there. We hope to hear from him really soon. We'll see what happens. Hopefully that knee heals quickly and we get him back sooner than later. At this time, guys, if you haven't heard already, we have coming up on August 12th, the thing that everybody's buying tickets for, the thing that everybody wants to see. That's going to be this 4-team tables, ladders, and chairs match that was brought up last Saturday night. And one of the teams involved in that is my first guest of the evening. That is the men who present the chairs. I'm talking about Eric Enders, Lucio DeVere. Big opportunity for the two of you as we head into August 12th. Tables, ladders, and chairs. We got The Watch. We got Ross and Sons. We got the tag team champions, the Rad Boys. And, of course, yourselves.
Yeah. Little boxes on the hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky. Little boxes on the hillside. And they all look just the same. You know that song, Kato? It's an old, well, actually it's from the 60s. It's an old song about the way our suburban culture was becoming just everything looks the same, right? Everything looks the same. Well, everything looks the same in this match, except for Eric Enders. I'm the only person in this match that's not a product of Imagine Wrestling's dojo. Isn't that right? So I'm the wild card. And the wild card's going to wield this. And this is really the only weapon that I or either of us need. Tell him, Lucio.
That's right.
I guess technically you're a product of the KCW Wrestling School.
That's right. I've been around for a long time. And I'm no stranger to violent matches, be it tables, ladders, or chairs. And whether they're bringing the tables, the ladders, or we're bringing the chairs, it doesn't matter who uses what. As long as we have these in our hands, no one stands a chance. Table, you're going to need at least 2 people set up. What are you going to do? Swing that around? Anytime, I can easily take any of you out just with one swing to the head, and then we can crawl up the top, take the titles that were already wrongfully taken from us to begin with, without a chance to even catch our breath just a couple hours after winning the titles. And then we didn't even get our rematch, because then the first time we get a rematch, it's against 3 other teams. Well, it doesn't matter what they bring, because we're bringing a lot of violence. We're bringing a lot of chair swinging. And August 12th, when it's all over, we're going to walk away the new Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
All right. I'll tell you what, man. Somebody's been hit by many a chairs. It's a nightmare. It's never a good scene to get smashed in the back or the head with a chair. And 2 guys that, don't have a lot of experience getting hit in the head with chairs. Let's go ahead and bring them in right now. Former tag team champions in your own right. Let's talk to, what are you looking at? Let's talk to John Ross, James Ross, accompanied by the coach.
Yeah, well, much like Enders and DeVere are sort of representing chairs, my father and I are representing the tables. And there's a reason we chose the tables. Like I said on Saturday, the table is the classiest of the 3 weapons, and John Ross, my father, and I are a classy family of classy men. We sit together and eat dinner on a table every single night. And we've been starving for an opportunity to earn back the Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Championships. And that's exactly what we intend on doing here on Saturday in August.
Kato! Throughout history, there have been all kinds of famous tables. There's been Arthur's Round Table. There's been the Last Supper. And from where I'm sitting, I'm the Messiah of Imagine Wrestling, because the proof of divinity in my blood is here and here. Champion, coach of champions. And you want to talk about tables, ladders, and chairs? Well, let's talk about everybody else in this match. You're not trained by the Imagine Dojo, Enders. Well, congratulations, you're not an outside dog anymore. You moved from the backyard to the front yard. You have the Rad Boys, who we've had our battles, but I'm telling you, I'm fired up. My son's fired up. We're going through the Coach Payne plan of getting ready. And we're ready, let me tell you. And then if I am the Messiah, you have the Judases, which are the Watch, who wouldn't even be in the picture if it wasn't for John Ross, because let's face it, Alpha, you were the leftovers from all the partners you had before me. And Malachi, it is what it is. You can laugh as much as you want, but there's a smile on my face. And I'm going to be turning that ginger ale to wine when my son and I climb up and grab those titles. Where do you find a chair anyway? Pulled up beside a table. The table was the centerpiece. You have, what are some examples, son? What are some examples?
Well,
the Mona Lisa?
The Mona Lisa.
She's sitting in a chair. No smile.
No eyebrows.
No,
either.
yeah, no eyebrows either.
No eyebrows.
But if she had a table, or maybe she had a good neighbor in her life, there'd be a whole lot more smiling going on, Kato.
And ladders? Ladders, the only people I've seen, like in the real world on ladders, are construction workers. And those people are so ungodly lame. Like, it's unbelievable.
Well,
like, what kind of...
Well,
What kind of person would commit to that sort of career?
All right, well, let's be fair, son. Let's be fair. Everybody has their place in society.
I guess so.
But at the end of the day, I've been here from day one, teaching the book of the good neighbor, showing you how to be better, trying to move forward. And today, tomorrow, and at the TLC, my son and I are going to walk that talk, climb that ladder, and bring it on down home to the Ross family, because life is better in a sweater together.
Ross and Son trying to make this thing real personal. Boy, oh boy, I think there's some teams in this. The next two guests that I have are two guys you don't want to make angry. Let's go ahead and bring them in. They seem like they've got their weapon of choice with them right now. That, of course, is a ladder. A lot of revenge on your mind from May of last year, and a ladder. Alpha Rick Matthews, Malachi Gage, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Solid steel right here. On the mind, Kato. And I'm all too familiar. You see, they come here, they talk up their table, they talk up their steel chair. Well, what's that? 6 feet? We got 6 feet of solid steel right here to swing across your skull. And something I unfortunately found out myself, you can go through a ladder too. But I would like to see any of you four bozos, six bozos, six bozos win that match by climbing a table or climbing a chair. What do you think, Alpha?
Here's what I think. Aside from the fact that the ladder is the most important piece of equipment in this match, you can't win the match without the ladder. You got to climb the ladder, get the belts, bring them down, you win the match, right? But the other fact is the Rad Boys and the Watch are the only four men in the history of Imagine Wrestling that have competed in a ladder match for the Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Championships. We're not scared. We are always ready. Cato, this is our environment. Look at us. We are the catalysts of chaos. So you bring what you want. You bring the chairs. You bring the tables. And we'll be there with the ladder. Because rung by rung, we're going to climb this thing. We're going to grab those titles and prove to everybody what we've been saying all along. Those championship belts and this match in August are for the watch.
There you go. Let's take a minute right now and hear from the champions, the guys who will be defending said champions. I say it every week. Last Saturday night, you guys absolutely defined it with a barn burner against the surprise entry of Dog Nation. Today, yesterday, will it be tomorrow? Does the conversation about tag team wrestling continue to start and end with the Rad Boys?
First off, it is hot in here. Is it just me? Or it's hot. I mean, I've heard what the other three teams had to say. I'm bringing a table. I'm bringing a chair. I'm bringing a ladder. Well, guess what, boys? We're bringing these. The only things that matter in the match. These right here. We are reigning. We are defending. We are three-time. And in August, we're going to face in tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh, my! Tables, ladders, chairs. Oh, my! Tables, ladders, chairs. Oh, my!
Right, you're right, Jake. And you know what? You talked about everybody bringing a weapon. Everybody's bringing a weapon, and we're bringing these. But you know what else we're bringing to the table? We're bringing the experience because, yes, we've used tables, we've used ladders, we've used chairs, and I guarantee you not everybody else in this match has. But you know what else we've done? We've traveled more roads. We've traveled more miles. And these 6 other guys, they're going to find out why the best tag team is standing right here, and we have 2 tag team title belts to prove it. So when we climb the ladder and we pull down 2 tag team title belts, they're not just belts. On that night, they are what we have said for so long. It's the meaning that we're the best. Because everybody else, they haven't put the time in that we did. This is our hard work. This is our ticket. We've put everything in our personal lives, everything on hold for this. And this is the reward in this match. They're going to know that Rad Boys are showing up. This isn't a fight. This isn't a match. This is a war. And we are in the house!
Tell you what, we got 5 weeks to go, and there are 8 men who are very excited. I would not hesitate. Keep an eye on social media. The minute ticket goes online, you do not want to be shut out. You do not want to be closed out, because this is going to be something else. Let's go ahead right now, bring in the coach. I hardly want to hear it. What's on your mind?
Hold on. Give me rate this for me. Boom, baby, we're live, all the way live. How was that, Kato?
Amazing.
Amazing. You know what else is amazing? The coach, Lance Payne, is amazing. Did you see last Saturday? Did you see the sellout? Did you see there was no seats left? Did you see the banger that I put out there?
It was the biggest crowd ever in July for an Imagine Wrestling show.
You see that? That's because of the coach. But see, talking about crowds, I got to talk to you about something too that's very, very important. You see, what I have here is the numbers from last week's viewings.
Saw the numbers.
You saw the numbers, right, Kato?
Yeah.
Numbers dropped. We only had 700 viewers, down 400 from the week before.
I'm well aware.
You well aware. Do you know what the problem is?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
I definitely will tell you. It's you and that stinking dirty hippie's face. Okay. That's what it is. That's what's the problem with on this show. And you know, I can't have this anymore. I can't. Me being the commissioner of this big company, I can't have my numbers dropping the way it has been dropping. So I got a deal for you, Kato. If the numbers don't raise up next week, that's it for you and the hippie. No more Cato, no more stinking dirty hippie sitting at the desk. No more of that. No more of that. What it's going to be is the coach, Lance Payne, giving you everything, the 3Ds and excitement. Coach Lance Payne presents Imagine Live from the dojo. How does that sound? I think it sounds perfect.
Okay.
1 week Cato, 1 week stinking hippie. Let's get these numbers up or you're out.
Well, I guess if you want to continue to see Jimmy and Cato host the show, please share the video. Let everybody know that you're enjoying the show as is. If you don't like it, then I guess we'll there'll be some changes up front. We got to. I mean, I'm not against what's doing best for the product. If that means coach in charge of the show, then hosting the show, then that's what it'll be. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Jimmy the Hippie, how are you? As I advertised online earlier, we are going to tell you, and this is a shoot. We're not 100% a shoot. You have no idea what your match is coming on August 12th. The news is that you are going to be in a number one contendership match for the heavyweight title against your friend, Chris Coleman.
Chris Coleman. I guess when you climb the mountain, you're forced to defeat the largest beast. I'm jumpier than this camera feed and more fired up than a Canadian forest. Chris Coleman, we've been friends a long time. I've stepped in the ring with a lot of friends before, though. You're going to find out why I am Rail City royalty, and you're just another dude on my friends list.
There you go, man. It's one to look forward to. Coleman and Jimmy, winner gets a shot at the champion Rocker Chris Sands or Gorgeous Gregory, whoever comes out of that. Speaking of who's it going to be? So I do want to make one thing's perfectly clear. The man who actually is the Imagine Live champion has the Imagine Live title right now after reviewing things, talking to Chris, the referee. Clearly, it was James that pinned you. He wasn't the legal man. You were the champion. You left with the title, and now you are the current reigning and defending Imagine Live title. But my guess is there's something a little more important that you want to talk about.
There is something a little bit more important. A couple weeks ago, I said that I was going to walk out of the match the Imagine Live champion, and I did that. Last week, I said I was going to walk into the Rail City Rumble and win to face Gorgeous Gregory. Now, this week, looking for August 12th, Greg, I'm going to walk into that match, and I'm going to walk out the Imagine Heavyweight champion. Time will tell, and heads will be banging.
There you go. Can he be 3 for 3 on his predictions? We're talking to our final, yes, our final interview of the day here. Come on in.
It's my time, Cato.
Yeah, the current reigning and defending.
It's my interview time.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about
interview time.
how you managed to hold on to that title this weekend? Do you want to tell people how you did it?
Yes, I do. I do want to tell them. I won fair and square again.
Yeah, you knocked out the Alpha with a chain when the referee was out of position.
You know what? You know me. I normally do have a lot to say, but I'm going to make this one short and sweet for you. Chris Sands, where you at? I know you were just out here.
Come on.
I don't want this to be. This isn't a
Every time you call somebody out, there's a problem.
Confrontation.
Every time, I'm just asking.
Cato, honestly, I have no problem. I have no problem. Chris Sands, I just want to say, I think we have a lot in common. You know, we're a similar age. Regardless of what you think about me or whatever you want to say about me, we have that same desire for greatness. We have that same burning fire inside of us. We have the same fire, Chris. And 9 months ago, just like you are right now, I was the Imagine Live champion. I held that title. And now I hold the heavyweight title. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now
in front of you, in front of everybody at home. I'm going to shake your hand, and I'm going to head back to New York. You know what? We've never got off on the right foot, and I get it. I get why you don't want to shake my hand, dude. I completely get it. But I just want you to know I have the utmost respect for you, and good luck on the 12th.
Okay. Well, I didn't see that coming. Let's move on to more exciting information. I'm curious to see where this goes. But hey, I'm always excited to introduce this. Let's go ahead and announce our next fan of the week. Tell you what, guys, if you don't know her, she's the Zumba lady you see at the wrestling shows there in Altoona. Her and all of her friends are regulars there at the shows in Altoona. We do appreciate you. We appreciate you taking time to always support us, always comment on all of our stuff, always watching our shows on Wednesday. So we do appreciate you. We appreciate all of our fans, and that's why I'm hopeful over the next few weeks that all of you guys that know somebody that really enjoys Imagine Wrestling, likes to take pictures with all the guys. Now's as good a time as any. As soon as we end this show, collect a few good pictures of yourself or whoever you want to nominate with as Fan of the Week, and just find 5 or 6 good pictures. Maybe one with Jimmy, one with the Rad Boys, a couple of the other guys, and send them in. We want everybody that wants to be nominated, or even if you want to nominate somebody, we want as many fans of the week as we can get.
The Imagination loves to take pictures at the shows. I know I take dozens of them every event. The Rad Boys, Chris Sands, you name them. We all love taking photos, and we love even more seeing them. Send those photos in.
So we're almost time for our match tonight. We're going to remind you one more time of our sponsor for this upcoming show on August 12th. If you're looking for high-quality windows and or door patio home investment options within your budget, contact Jordan Treese. If you haven't heard already, that's our Jordan Treese. He's of Renewal by, he's our DC Bentley. You can get a hold of him at Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870. You can visit their showroom on Municipal Drive in Duncansville. Ask for Jordan by name. Ask him specifically about the specials that they run every month. He's going to be able to help you. He's a good man. I say it every week. I say it every time I can remember to say it to him when he's not being belligerent and crazy, that he's a good man, but he really is. He's a good man, a good father, and I think he'll do the best he possibly can to get you in the best possible situation.
He also had a great showing in the Rail City Rumble over the weekend. I was really surprised to see DC Bentley back in the ring, if only briefly.
He dropped an elbow on a suit jacket.
A
little mentally unstable. Let's go ahead.
I enjoyed it.
I'll tell you what, though, it is time for our match right now. First, he is accompanied by his father, the good neighbor, John Ross, and his coach, the commissioner, Lance Payne. He is the great neighbor, James Ross.
Argyle and out of style. I hate all three of these guys.
his opponent. Tonight, he is accompanied by the Alpha, Rick Matthews. He is the Side Show Psycho, Malachi Gage.
As
There you
aggressive as ever, the main attraction here, Malachi Gage.
He is, they are, of course, the Watch, one of the 4 teams that we're going to see in this big tables, ladders, and chairs match coming up. And, man, I am looking forward to that like you would not believe.
I would say that the Watch have been hitting the gym a little bit. Both men looking way bulked up, looking much larger than these Ross boys.
Not for nothing, you know, you can see a noticeable difference in the last 3 to 4 months on the physique of James Ross as well. The arms, shoulders, triceps, all starting to fill in. The kid's young.
I've always been impressed by James Ross, even since wrestling him out in Reynoldsville. This kid could be top talent one day. He just has to get out of the umbrella of neighbor Johnny and Lance Payne.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Duck underneath, grabs that arm bar. Now he's transitioning, looks to an arm ringer. Get a little more torque on that arm. A lot of torque there early on. Beautiful counter. Ducks underneath, grabs the hammerlock. Beautifully done. Malachi Gage, of course, going to quickly find a way out. This guy, as nuts as he is, he knows the holds.
Beautifully done there. I love me some good chain wrestling. Malachi Gage is as good as anybody. Coming up with that headlock, you know, as well as anyone, Cato. Control the head, control the fight.
I'll tell you what, nothing I love more about wrestling than the game of human chess. And that's what's being played right now. Who can outmaneuver, who can out-leverage, and who can outthink.
Outthink. Malachi Gage wasting no time right there. We see guys usually take a breather in that situation. Malachi dropping right down into that front headlock.
I don't know. You know, typically, you know, a lot of guys that are fan favorites aren't too quick to want to pull hair back when they get their hair pulled. That is not the case with Malachi Gage. He's beloved by the fans, but not afraid to break the rules. So I'm not sure a hair-pulling, eye-gouging, biting scenario is something you want to get into with the Sideshow Psycho.
Yeah, this man, he comes from a different world, and he kind of lives by his own rules. The fans love him, and he loves being aggressive. Malachi Gage.
Nice takedown.
Beautiful takedown cradle.
Got him. Immediate headlock takeover. Again, back to that controlling the head, controlling the body, controlling the pace. And if you continue to do this, you're going to find a way to win. Nice leverage move. The legs, of course, stronger than the arms, able to get a head scissors in.
Malachi Gage kips up.
Hold him down by the arm. Transitions here to an arm bar.
It's interesting to see how far these young men have come in such a short time. Malachi Gage follows through with that arm drag with a hold, knee on the side of the head, and he's just grinding that shoulder. Very, very savvy Malachi Gage.
Absolutely. These are guys who put the work in to improve on a regular basis, and it shows.
It does. When we talk about a wrestling IQ, James Ross forcing him into the corner, forcing a break, forcing a breather.
See what we get here.
frees
Clean
up that
break,
arm.
clean break. No. Shot under the ribs there. Bit of a liver punch. And there I said, you know, Malachi Gage is going to return it. You don't want to play that particular game with Malachi Gage because he's not above, you know, retaliating in kind.
Malachi Gage running a special today, gave him an extra one there for free.
Ducks the line. Ducks a secondary line. Catches the arm on the whip. Underneath. Up and over. Big hip toss. Look at that. You want to talk about wrestling.
Beautiful.
And back to that arm. Back to the knee on the head.
They
Beautifully done.
Go airborne on that arm drag, a la Ricky Steamboat. Malachi Gage not giving James Ross an inch in there. I love it.
This is, tell you what, you want to talk about wrestling, not garbage, not half-yard nonsense. You're getting it right here. This is good quality, well-trained professional wrestlers. Beautifully done. And James Ross, a great wrestler in his own right. Beautiful leg sweep. I'll tell you what, it's got to be, what do you think, 110 degrees in this building. You think guys would take it easy. But
Beautiful roll-up.
Just goes to show what the opportunity to become the Imagine Live champion really means to these guys.
Beautiful step over into a rolling prawn hold there. Oh,
beautiful.
O'Connor roll.
Again to the cover. Well done. Don't give him an inch. Let's see where the cardio is at on James Ross. What an incredible pace these two are setting on a building that's got to be, I mean, I'm not joking. It's got to be 110 degrees in here.
Absolutely. You know, these guys.
Oh, and he.
That might slow things down. These guys, no love lost here. These guys don't like each other and have competed against each other quite often, and they are really throwing it down here this evening.
I wouldn't mind seeing the referee checking Malachi Gage. He hit the back of his head pretty hard on that mat there. And he's getting stretched out in behind the back, pulling on the pectoral muscles on the right side. This is a hold I'm familiar with. I know that stretch can be quite debilitating.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost a Stu Hart special here. James Ross kept that underhook, keeps a hold of the arm of Malachi Gage.
Beautifully countered out with a hip toss.
Maybe not the best idea. He gets countered by that trapped arm.
Went for that European, and James Ross out of the way just in the nick of time.
James Ross, very cagey for a young man. Malachi Gage, ultra aggressive here this evening.
Point of the elbow right in the middle of the spine there on that one. Technically completely legal. Is it moral? I don't know.
You know, I hate to admit this, but I'm equally impressed with James Ross's ability to compete in a 90-degree building with that sweater on. That's just got to be awful. I mean, that just has to be the worst thing.
God, if it's only 90 degrees in here, then I'm doing something wrong. I am so hot right now. I don't know how these guys are fighting right now. I probably would have melted into the ring at this point.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, their thirst for a win and their fighting spirit is just at an all-time high here. Neither man laying back, just putting it all on the line. Oh,
Big
halfway
splash
across
in
the
the
ring.
corner. Beautifully done on the suplex. Continuing to target the middle of that spine with that suplex. Not
James
quite
Ross
enough yet, though.
Continues to impress as an athlete. Dumping almost halfway across the ring there. Beautifully, beautifully done. Malachi Gage in a bad spot here. So again, we thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, take a second to like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff on social media. We will be here live every Wednesday for you. Just help us out and take that second, click that bell, click the subscribe, click that thumbs up. We thank you.
I will be
Cobra Clutch.
I will be anxious to see this 4K ability that we're gonna hopefully. Oh my God! That was a knockout forearm.
Discus forearm to the point of the jaw. Starched him.
If Malachi had the wherewithal to get the cover, I think he might have had him there.
Yeah, I hate to see this, but it's pretty hot in here, and both these men have been put through a lot. It'll be interesting to see which one gets up first here, if either one of them. I'd hate to see this end this way.
Both guys.
James Ross is on spaghetti legs, but he's to his feet.
Both guys, despite the heat, despite the potential cramping that could be going on, still fighting on, trying to figure out a way to get that shot at the Imagine Live title. Big elbow and caught him right behind the ear with that one. He rocked James Ross. Oh, and that was as good as it gets on a European. You could hear it from here, even through the sweater. Another big one.
James Ross is got to be punch drunk by this point.
James Ross doesn't find a way to get out of the gate here pretty quickly. Up and over. Tajiri-style elbow. And he has all the momentum now. Does Malachi Gage?
And it seems like there's still a lot of gas in the tank for Malachi.
Yeah.
He's got an evil look in his eye.
Might be setting him up right here. Turning DDT. I always called it the Smart Mark gimmick. Come on, what the hell? Oh, and Enders just lambasted Alpha with a chair.
Yeah, this was a classic match here on Imagine Live from the Dojo. Possibly one of the best ones, and it's ruined.
What a shame, man. These two grumpy old men coming out here and just ruining a good time.
Eric Enders has no respect at all.
Oh my God, they just hit James Ross. And now a fight is broken out between the grumpy old man and Ross and Son. Good God, here comes Alpha now. And he smashed their head together. Here goes Enders and John Ross now. And there is the Watch standing tall. Is that potentially what we could see on August 12th? Good God. That's a shame, man.
It
That
really
is
was.
Really a shame.
Neither one of these men should be ashamed of themselves. That was one hell of a fight. They both gave it their all. They can't predict that outcome from Enders and Lucio.
I'll tell you what, though, what a great episode, quick episode here tonight. It's hot. We all want to get back into the air conditioning because it is hot. I'll tell you what, though, summer's upon us now, man. Get out, enjoy life. Get out there, get some sunshine. Get out and move around. You'll be surprised if you get outside, you get some sunlight on your face, you see some nature, how much it can improve your mood. I've tried to be outside as much as I can lately because it really does help your mood. And sometimes it's difficult when life is crashing down on you. I know some folks lately that watch this show, come to our shows, have dealt with some very difficult losses. And we all know that, the loss of friends and family and loved ones and moms and wives, specifically moms and wives in the last few weeks in the Imagine family has been really tough. And we want you to know that we're with you and we're thinking about you and we're praying for strength for you during these difficult times. Life is hard and it's not always fair, and you question why these things happen. And there never really are any good answers to these things, but it's important that we stay strong, and we stay strong for the people around us, and we stay strong for the people that need us the most. Better days are ahead. I've always felt like, and this is just a personal belief, if we conduct ourselves in a way that the people that left us would be proud, if they see you today and they see how you're conducting yourself and they say, I'm proud, then that person is never really gone. They're never really lost. So conduct yourself in a way that the people that you love will always be proud of you, and then you can in turn be proud of yourself. We love you. We can't wait to see you again in 7 days. Stay strong.
Be strong, y'all.